Okay, here's my ET dance.
Hey, that's your regular dance.
No, this Adrian says it's my regular dance.
Please tell me you're recording this, Adrian.
Yes, I forgot to record everything else.
Oh my, that's like Michael Jackson though.
I'm gonna record. Oh,
And I dabbed. So,
That's cute.
okay, there's my
Yeah, there's your
good work.
workout for the day. What is, does anybody speak Danish? This is we just got a case of these in from Denmark. I don't, even though I am Dutch,
But that's
I'm not.
Danish.
I know, but I know that, but I'm saying, well, anyway.
Those languages aren't even similar.
Well, kind of. Okay. Well, anyway, these came in from Denmark. These beers, we got a case of them, 11.5% Imperial Coconut Milkshake Porter. There you go.
Show the label a little closer.
Yeah, that's my label there. It's a really good beer too. A one-armed man makes those.
Oh my gosh, that is.
What?
He's more than a one.
Of course he's more than a one-armed man, but he was a pretty amazing guy, and he happens to have one arm. That he lost in a motorcycle accident. I think it's an interesting story. Okay, let's get back to this. What's that?
He is an interesting person.
He was a really great guy. Okay, here we go. The speaker's on. Are you recording, Adrian? All right. I feel like he should be holding something, but I don't know what yet. Okay, I'm gonna just to liven him up a little bit. I'm gonna take my blue colored pencil and I'm gonna give color in his big baby blues. Is that what they call those?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's got big blue eyes. So first I'm gonna put in this little highlight right here. And one right here. fill in the pupil. And then this will just help me get even more into
How are you
it.
doing that? Are you doing lines? I can't. You need to maybe
Yeah,
zoom in a
I'm just doing some lines. I'm not totally filling them in. Okay. There's his blue eyes. This is a different shade of blue, so I can just get some different shades of blue in there. All righty. I don't know if I have anything interesting to add to it just yet, so we'll just start filling it in. I'm going to fill in his nostrils because those should be nice and dark. Yeah, I guess from here on out, really, we have the everything drawn in. Now it's just going to be some shading. And story time if you have anything you want to discuss while we do some shading. Feel free to discuss. Oh, that dance gave me a headache, I think. No, I've had a headache all day. We didn't sleep very well while we were in Florida. We had 3 beach days. Our house that we were staying at for the second half of the time when we were down in Florida was about 1.5 miles from the beach. So we'd run over there in the morning and then, we were only able to get in the water one of the days because the man wars were so bad. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, the jellyfish were just all over.
They were just
the
all over the
second
place.
and third day. So we tried. At least we got the one day in.
At least we got to get to the beach, huh?
Yeah, I was just happy to be in some warmth without having to turn up the heater. Some warmth and the pretty blue ocean. It was a good beach, and we were able to walk about 5-10 minutes away from the casino and where nobody was. So it was nice.
Yeah. It was weird being at a show. That was really bizarre. But it was totally needed. It was weird.
Felt good though.
It did feel good. I built in my booth, I put up a plexiglass divider, and yeah, it felt good. In Florida, I guess both the shows, most people were wearing masks. Huh?
Yeah, I would say maybe 15% weren't.
Yeah, so about 85-90% of the people were wearing masks.
Did you get?
Go ahead.
Josh, did you get the award for that show?
The second show, yeah, I got first place award, which came with a nice hefty check, which is awesome.
Pretty cool.
Really, like a lot of the traveling artists, like will tell you, like awards are nice, but the award money tends to be
not so great.
no, award money's always good.
Uh-huh.
Florida,
That's why you're laughing.
Yeah, because in all the Florida shows, like all the shows in Florida, they all have big prize money. Of course, that's not why we do it, but we don't do it for the awards, so it's nice to get the check.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of shows don't have any money, so that's a nice little bonus.
Yeah, and it was really cool to get the first place award at that show because Palm Beach is very Palm Beach. So my work was stuck out like a sore thumb. It was a lot of, I would say 80% of the artwork there was palm trees and aqua green colors, and yeah. So
Fish.
Wow.
so it was
Yeah,
have a
kind
and
of,
all the
So,
artists
do you have a good following there, Palm Beach, or was that
not
kind of?
Palm Beach. Nope. I there are places in Florida further down south. We got a good following, and there's another town kind of just outside Tampa. But well, I got a good following in Tampa too, but yeah, not in Palm Beach. That is not my crowd.
that was
But
the first time.
Wow.
we got a we yeah. So
And all of the artists who got awards leaned on the darker, edgier side of the art. So
Yeah,
I think they were hoping for more returns of that style.
yeah. The judges were definitely. I could tell. I mean, this show has been. This is a 30-year-old show, I think, 25-year-old show. So they were
Probably-
kind of happy to see new work.
I was going to say, you probably did a little shocking in a good way.
Yeah. Yeah, they were definitely pleased to see it. I was shocked to win.
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty cool though.
Yeah, but Florida was kind of nice.
Yeah, Florida was
It
nice.
was kind of nice. We ate pretty much.
Had sushi pretty much every
We
night.
ate either Thai food or sushi.
Thai food and sushi. When everyone in the family has a dairy allergy, we pretty much have a vegan diet. So
Oh, a lot of pad Thai, curry, and
Yep.
sushi. Sushi's not vegan.
no, I know, but I'm saying pretty much a vegan diet because
Yeah, kind of pescatarian-ish.
pescatarian. Yeah.
But yeah, that's so.
Nobody in Florida though, like outside of the shows, really no one in Florida. In that part of Florida, it's like business. It's like just a normal. It was very bizarre. The last time we went out to dinner, we're only comfortable eating outdoors still. So, but we went to this one restaurant on a Friday night, kind of by our house, and
It was Valentine's.
it was Valentine's. That's right.
So it was Sunday.
It was Sunday night, and there was no social distance. Like every single table was full. They sat us, and my daughter said, "Do we have to be here, or can we go wait in the car?" It was a little uncomfortable because no one was wearing, like nobody was wearing
And
masks.
all the tables kept coughing.
Yeah, and I would say the median age probably at the restaurant was, I would guess, probably 70 years old.
Wow.
So that was
Nobody cared.
no one
Only us.
cared. Probably all of them had their shots though. So
I don't know, but they're the first ones that we're going to do a trade show in April. I'm not going, but we've got a physical trade show with brand ambassadors there. They're wearing masks though. We're requiring them to wear masks, but they're the first ones to open up to a physical.
yeah, that's what I heard. I was talking to an artist there who lives in Florida, and I was telling him like how weird it was to be around that many people, and he was saying that they've been pretty much open and kind of free, just whatever, for quite a while now, so everyone's kind of used to it. But for anyone else, like if you haven't been around like large groups of people, I was kind of surprised how uneasy I felt around all of the people. So that's going to be something we're all going to, for those of us who haven't been around people, that's going to be something that's going to take some time to get used to.
Yeah, it had to be weird.
Do you need to explain at all what you're doing?
No, I don't really know what I'm doing, so I'm kind of just shading.
Okay, so we're all just following you.
I guess, yeah. I think we're just reached the point with this piece now where we can just kind of do some shading because pretty much everything's there.
What's up, Susan?
Hi.
Hi. You just drawing, hanging out.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that you unmuted, so I thought you had a
Oh,
question. But
No,
Yeah, just hanging.
she's
Love
going
it.
to an ET drag show.
Yeah.
Cute, cute giggle. Yeah, have you been sleeping better since we got back, or are you
Me?
too worried that we got COVID at that Valentine's restaurant?
Yeah, the Valentine's dinner, seriously, after when they sat us down and my kids both were like, I don't want to be here. We'll go wait in the car. And we had already ordered. So we asked the waitress if we could just sit up front and wait for our food. But it was like, yeah, every day after that, I've just been like, did we get the COVID from that dinner?
Yeah, because every morning you're like, how do you feel today?
Yeah. Yeah, I was at checking in, like, how's everybody feeling? Because I have had a headache, but I really just haven't slept well. And yet last night we had ice cream. Well, not ice, I mean, dairy-free ice cream for Adrian's birthday and was tons of sugar. So I just didn't feel great this morning.
Plus, those guys were yelling in the alley behind the bedroom because they got
Yeah.
stuck out in the ice. The garbage man.
Yeah, I don't feel quite on my game tonight, like even just drawing. So I'm just going along. I hope that everyone's just kind of enjoying just kind of drawing for now. It was more of just like you know what I mean?
Just like a drink and drop.
Yeah, like a drink and draw, just kind of hang out. Let's just kind of whatever. I'm really bummed. Yeah, we got home. Oh, what am I trying to say? So we got everything ready for the gallery to get the inspector to come inspect everything. And I just had like 2 electrical plugs that I had to switch out. And before the inspector got here, and I thought that I had shut off the breaker. I just thought that it was off, and I was installing something, and like my screwdriver hit, just lit up the breaker, and it fried my printer, which is like, this massive printer, and it fried my Mac. So like, it's been kind of a shit week. And the drive up from Florida to back home was during that ice storm in Tennessee, and that was just a shit show. Out there on the highway, like we probably saw
Countless.
I would say 20 to 30 just like tractor trailers rolled over in the medians, cars scattered everywhere. And it was seriously like a 1-inch layer of ice on top of the road all day, because it was in Tennessee. It had been raining all night, and then it was like most of the day it was about 8 degrees, and people were just it was just a shitty drive home.
Yeah, we only had 6 hours to go, and it took us about 10. Don't you think, at least?
Yeah, the 6-hour
Or
drive
11.
was to about 11 hours due to like every 15 miles was just a line of cars just waiting because there was an accident. It was we've traveled a lot of miles in our
That's
lifetime.
scary. Yeah.
But it
really
was, that was one of the worst driving trips we've had in a long time.
Yeah, not good.
We usually take our time. We know we have time to get home, but once you're out on the road, it's kind of hard to.
Well, that one was difficult because Florida had storms coming Tuesday. Let's see, that
That's
was
right.
Monday.
Florida had tornadoes. One right when we were.
Florida had tornadoes, which is never fun in the van, no matter where you are. You know you're not going to get it, but still.
Yeah.
And then there was like this 8-10 hour period where between storms in Tennessee, which we couldn't really go around. So it was like we had to go. We just had to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have no options.
Or just stay down there another
Yeah,
week,
but remember
which-
the day we left, that they actually had 2 tornado warnings, not tornado watches, right where we were staying. Yeah, the weather was shit all everywhere.
Yeah, bad.
I hate tornadoes. I think we always talk about this when we're doing a drink and draw, but it's the worst. I just hate tornadoes. We're being in our van, like with nowhere really to like hide, and out on the road, like just tornadoes are the worst.
They are. So is the ice. There's a lot of bad.
I can
But
handle ice.
it seems like I know I say it frequently, but it seems like the weather is just getting worse.
Well, the weather is
and
getting worse. Okay.
and worse.
Nobody here's from Texas that's on, right? I don't.
I don't think so.
No. What's her name? The one that lives in Dallas that collects all the work. Her and her husband, and then they got divorced.
Oh yeah.
I have this collector in Texas. She's in Dallas. Her and her husband, they've been collecting my work for probably 10 years. And every time we were doing a show there, they would come and spend just all kinds of money on artwork. Like they just stock up. They just had, I guess they probably have maybe 30 pieces of mine.
Wow.
But like 2 years ago, they got divorced. And they were like talking to me. They were messaging me, trying to figure out how they split up their artwork.
Great.
I haven't seen him around though. He was the fan, and then she's now the one that still contacts me and still collecting. I haven't heard from him forever.
Yeah, I wonder how they're doing though.
Since they got divorced, I haven't heard from him.
I wonder how they're doing with all this Texas.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If anyone here from Texas, and then I was thinking of Candace is her name, right?
But geez, I just wonder if that Texas show will cancel. I was thinking about that. That's like the next show, the only show we have coming up is one in Dallas over Easter.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine that they're gonna pull through this and then throw this show together. But I don't know.
I don't know. They haven't canceled yet. I hope they don't. Of all places, too, it seems like Texas would be kind of down the ride, but already two of our Texas shows canceled. That Cottonwood show canceled. Bayou canceled. That's Houston.
Because of all this weather, right? Or
No, just COVID cancellations. Yeah.
Wow.
And we had a show scheduled for April in Atlanta that they canceled, and that show's in April. But yeah, they canceled.
Wow.
So
That's okay. We have this gallery.
we got a gallery now. But even still, even though we have the gallery, like I don't really want people hanging around in here.
Well, I bought a box of masks
I know.
to make sure people put on.
I know. We're almost ready to open. We just got to figure out a few things, but
Are you
I'm not
gonna?
going to have the grand opening until after COVID because I want to have
Yeah.
a big, huge grand opening. But we're going to have a soft opening with just some people around here. But
This winter? I mean, not started.
I think probably like we'll do a soft opening.
Maybe when we can have it outside.
Yeah, when we can have it outside.
When we can push people outdoors.
Oh yeah, it's spring. Okay.
Yeah. But we'll be open as long as we can get the house isn't zoned. We're not zoned. We're not in a business or in a what's it called here?
I guess business.
Yeah, business zone, resident. So half of the
Commercial.
street is, yeah, commercial. Thank you. Half of the street is commercial, but this house is not. It's in a residence, so we have to figure out what we need to do to get commercial zoned. And if we can't, then I'll just have to operate the gallery as private studio and by appointment only. Which is
Oh,
fine too, but I'd rather just be able to have it open.
It is fine because you could. I don't want to get in trouble, but you could just, have a sign by appointment only,
Yeah.
but the door unlocked.
Yeah, that's what some people around here do. They have a by appointment only, but you can just kind of go in anyway.
but can you have an opening, like an official opening if you do that?
I mean, listen, it's Hannibal, so
Yeah.
I mean, probably technically you're not supposed to, but like even when the inspector came yesterday, he kind of like looked around for a minute, and then there were just a few plugs that were in the bathrooms that I needed to change out. That was all he said. And he told Adrian, he said, just switch those out and text me a picture of them, and then you're good.
It's loose.
Yeah. My only concern about once we get into business, I don't know what actual laws are as far as like, I have no way of having a ramp. So I don't know what that whole situation is, like a handicap accessible,
Yep.
but they're pretty lax here in Hannibal. You've been
Well,
there, you know.
you are a Pacific Islander. You can just pick them up and bring them in.
Yeah, is that okay? Is that what they say? You don't have a ramp, but you're Pacific Islanders, so you can just pick the people up, and
I think that would be okay.
I
That's
can't
what
pick
Jeremy
people
used
up
to do
anymore.
with your grandma, Jeremy. Just
Yeah. I'm not as strong as I used to be, babe. I'm sorry.
You're still a lot stronger than I am.
I had a dream about my grandma, my
Which one?
Oma.
Oma?
Like the last night or the night before. I can't remember what it was, but she was giggling.
Yeah, she had a cute giggle. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that song that she used to sing, Jane? And she would go, now listen, it's been a
You gotta
gazillion
speak up.
years. It's been a gazillion years since I heard it, but it was like, hoobity yada, hoobity yada, hoobity yada, yada, or something. And it was about something about shaking your rugs over the balcony.
There's Mata. Yeah, it's a Mataklappa. A Mataklappa is that the thing that you hit your rugs with to beat the dust out of them.
Yeah.
Mutterklapper.
How did it go? Because I hear it in my head sometimes and I have no idea.
Well, she did it with kids, remember? Because she always did her lips at the end. You know, that's Mataklappa. No, it was Mataklappa, hoopty-yada, and that's when she did that little thing with her lips. And all kids would look at her like she was crazy, but they were still interested. So
Yeah. I love that. It was so cute.
it is cute. It's very, very Dutch.
Well, and what a song, because yeah, you better, that song was like, if you're gonna beat your rugs, you better like let your neighbors know to shut their windows or something below you.
Yeah, because they had certain days. You couldn't beat your rug. You had to do it on your day so that you didn't do it on your neighbor underneath you.
Yeah. That would be a mess.
Yeah,
That
those
would
guys
really bug you. If you were
That's right.
under there and then all their dirt came in.
very clean freaks, those guys.
Yes. That's a great place to get an Airbnb.
In Holland or in
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
Wow.
They've got some great Airbnbs.
they really do.
Airbnb we were in, I had fun on making all the dinners, but it was pretty skeevy. It looked really cute in the pictures, but when we got there, I was like, I am not touching that kitchen. We're gonna go eat, and so that's why we ate Thai food. Sushi every
Oh, you
night.
mean in Florida?
In Florida? Yeah.
Oh yeah, because of the cleanliness. Yeah.
Yeah, but the Airbnbs we stayed at in the Netherlands were great.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good news. Yeah. Well, they used to scrub their sidewalks too. Everybody had a scheduled time to scrub their sidewalks. I mean, they were a little fanatic about it. At least our family was. Yeah.
They should take that up in Austin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Austin. That was the first time when we used to do a show in Austin a little while ago. I mean, it's been a long time since we did it, but what's that street? 3rd Street? Yeah, where the bars are.
Pecan.
No, oh yeah, Pecan Street. Anyway, yeah, all the black marks everywhere, and I always noticed them, and I realized it's gum. Like,
Oh yeah.
people spit their gum out on the sidewalk, and then all the traction on it, they just become black marks.
Ugh.
But Austin was one of the first places I recognized that, and ever since that, I've never spit my gum out.
No.
Also, the other place to notice how gross spitting your gum out is right outside gym doors.
Ew.
Yeah, because everybody comes out of the gym and they spit their gum out in like the planters or whatever that's right there.
Oh, heck.
Just FYI, anybody, next time you're walking by a gym, just take a look outside. There's going to be a bunch of people go.
Don't spit your gum.
No. Also, underneath the tables at Chuckarama.
At buffets.
At buffets, yeah.
Maybe buffets might be a thing of the past. Maybe.
Not in Florida. I'm sure Sizzlers are kicking or running free.
Old diners, definitely.
I'm really just like kind of operating quite quickly on this.
Well, you got about 20 minutes, so you're going at pace, really.
I know, but I haven't really done anything interesting with it.
Well, I think the whole thing's kind of interesting. I don't know what
Oh, okay.
more you have to do.
Nothing. I don't know.
Oh, I thought you were writing Tin Lizzy. What is Tin Lizzy?
Tin Lizzy.
Yeah.
Are you thinking of that female rapper?
I have no idea what I'm thinking. That's what I'm saying. What is Tin Lizzy? That's what I thought you were.
I don't know no Tin Lizzy. I was gonna do when I first started thinking about it. I only had time this morning to really think about what I was gonna do because it's been
Oh, the
such a
Model
hectic.
T is the Tin Lizzy.
Oh yeah. I was gonna do Elvis. I was gonna do Elvis T. I was gonna have him doing that famous Elvis pose. But then I thought I'd have to clothe him and with that. And really, ET's body, all these wrinkles and stuff, are kind of what make ET. So, I was really gonna put Johnny. I think his name's Johnny Five. Why do I want to say Johnny Five? Does anybody remember
No,
that?
I think it's just number 5.
Johnny
Number-
Five
Yeah.
from Alive is from Short Circuit.
Yeah, Johnny
Is it
Five.
Johnny Five?
Yeah,
I just
Johnny
thought it was
Five.
Johnny Five is alive. Or Johnny, I think
He would. I think he said number 5 is alive, but I think his name was Johnny Five.
or the guy, the human was named Johnny. I can't
Oh.
remember.
Well, maybe it was his. Maybe the robot was named Johnny, and he was.
No, he was number 5.
He was number 5.
Yeah, he was number 5 that went rogue from number 2, 3, and 4. But number 5 looked very similar to
Yes.
Wall-E.
Yes. Wall-E was basically a ripoff.
Yeah, that's what I did.
But and I think the girlfriend's name was Eva. Somebody wrote Eve in the chat. I think it
Yeah.
was-
Oh, in Wall-E?
yeah.
Yeah.
Eva.
Eva. Yep.
You remember
That's all I
what
got.
else movie from that time when that movie was called Short Circuit, right?
Yeah.
There was that
Yeah.
other movie where they were in the project, or no, they were tearing down the apartment building.
Cocoon
No. And it was like these robots
that flew.
that flew.
Yeah.
What was that called? Remember, it was like in New.
Yeah,
It
one
took
of my
place in New
favorites.
York, and like they were tearing down the old homes and the diner,
Yeah.
and there was a little robots that
The cute
flew.
old guy was in it.
Yeah. It was like Short Circuit. Oh, batteries not included.
Yeah. that's
Oh, right.
That like within the last 10 years, I think. That was a good one.
Yeah. Those are 80s movies, right? What,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Short Circuit's an 80s movie.
Was Forrest Whitaker in that one? when he
Yeah,
was young?
Forrest Whitaker was in it when he was younger. I also, when I was trying to think about what I was gonna, this arm's driving me nuts, but that's all right. I was gonna do. I kept thinking of all things that like spelt that started ET. I was gonna try to slap those in here, but everything was like extra tentacles. It was always extra, and then I was thinking like Elvis tendonitis. I don't know. I don't know. I was just trying to think of a whole bunch of ETs, and I was going to slap those in there. But I really just I've not felt on my game today or yesterday or the day before.
I think everyone feels that way.
Yeah,
I know.
it does feel that way, right? I guess I am not the only one.
We're coming up on that 1 year mark.
Yes.
It feels a
Everyone's
little
hitting
off.
the wall. Everyone's hitting the
Yeah.
wall.
Yeah. That's what it is. Well, I knew like we had to do the drink and draw just because like even though I just wasn't feeling like up to par to like really draw, I just like being able to just hang out and have a drink and draw.
Yeah, it's hopeful. I dropped off some donuts to some friends today because I felt like everybody's in a weird mood.
The funk.
God, it's been a long time since I had a donut.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah, the Voodoo Donut, your guys' famous donut place.
Oh, that's in Portland. Yeah, no, there's another donut place here in Seattle that they make these maple bars that I've only ever had at Harmon's in Salt Lake, like the
Yeah.
certain kind of maple bar. So
Whoa.
they got some maple bars for people.
Does anybody? So we've been hearing a lot about people doing the switch over to Dunkin' Donuts coffee. Is anyone here a Dunkin' Donuts coffee drinker?
Joe
No?
loves it.
Joe
From
does.
Chicago? Yeah, from Chicago, our Dunkin' Donuts there. Yeah, he loves it.
Yeah, that's like they're now just DD, right? Or something. They're just Dunkin'. They got rid of the donuts thing, but we keep hearing that like everybody's like claiming that their coffee is fantastic, but
Yeah, I find it to be too dark. It's a lot like Starbucks to me.
it's too much. Yeah, okay.
Maybe.
Acidic?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I've never tried it, but we almost did.
We tried to, but in Tennessee, we pulled over to grab a coffee and Starbucks was closed, Dunkin' was closed, and it was like, well, we could go to McDonald's.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
But then McDonald's was closed.
And then we just ended up having to get just gas station coffee.
You know that the weather is bad when a Starbucks, a Dunkin' Donuts, and the McDonald's is closed in the morning.
That's sad.
I know. Yeah, we couldn't find a place to sleep, and the roads were getting so bad, so we ended up staying at a KOA, which was nice. But then we woke up that morning, and the KOA was right next to a Starbucks. When we're out on the road, like the first thing, if we're sleeping out on the road, like a coffee is a must. And so we tried to go everywhere, and nope, no coffee. No coffee for you. What's that movie? No beans for you. No, wait, what am I thinking?
I don't know.
Civilized. No.
Well, I don't know who's from the East Coast on the call, but I know that when I was in Boston and I asked for coffee, they asked if I wanted it regular, which I'd never heard before. And I was like, what do you mean? Yeah, I want regular coffee. But no, apparently regular means 2 sugars and a cream or something like that.
Oh, what's not regular? What's all?
I think it's just black, like black coffee, but like I didn't know. So they said, do you want it regular? And I'm like, yeah, I want regular coffee. So I don't know who else is on the East Coast.
Oh.
And you drink yours black, don't you, Ollie?
Yes, I do. But yeah, regular is cream and sugar.
Well, thanks for the heads up. When I get up to
Yeah.
Boston, I'll remember that.
What is an Americano again? Does that just?
That's
It's espresso with hot water.
Oh, you know, whenever we're in Europe, like that's the hardest place to try to get a coffee.
Well, it's easy to get coffee. It's just not what you're not getting a big fat soy latte. or
No,
anything.
I know, but
That's how the name Americano got its name, is because Americans in Italy wanted like a big coffee and they were like, well, we just make espresso. And Americans wanted like a bigger coffee, so they just added hot water. So that's where the term Americano comes from.
That's what the Americano is.
Yeah.
Huh.
Does it make you want coffee right now?
I'm not, actually no. Coffee and beer are
Oh,
not
okay.
great
You're not really
together.
drinking beer.
I'm drinking a Dry Fly Sessions IPA now. This is really good. I didn't get very creative with this one today.
It's creative. I mean, he's holding Wally.
I know, but I want to do I want him holding like a something and maybe I mean I'll get there.
I'm sure he will.
Yeah.
It looks good.
No, so John, you guys know, I guess John Eichhorn. He's been a collector of mine for a while. He's pretty much on all of the drink and draws. Oh, I don't know what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something.
Yeah, you were.
Oh, I forgot. No, well, he bought that. That's how he started. I don't know. I was headed somewhere with that, and
Maybe
then
you were hoping he was on.
no, I knew he wasn't gonna be on because I talked to him while we were in Florida because he bought that piece. But it was something when we were talking about Florida, and it was something I was waiting to mention, and now I've waited so long I forgot what it was. Oh well,
Okay.
doesn't matter.
Well, that was interesting, huh?
No, it was far from interesting.
Have you been to the Salvador Dali Museum in Florida?
Which one? The one in St. Petersburg?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the new one, we've been to both. So yes. But have you been to the new one?
Well, now it's not new anymore.
Well,
It's
where-
not new now, but
Where's the new one?
so it's in St. Petersburg. It's just up the street from. Did you, Gina? You been to the old one? The old one that was like a
Yeah.
kind of an old building.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they moved all of that to a brand new state of the art museum.
Wow.
And if I remember correctly, I think Dali actually designed the museum
Yeah, before he died.
before he died. And it's really, really awesome.
Yeah, it's like I think I've been to the newer one. I didn't realize there was an old one.
Yeah. The older one was in same area, kind of like a couple of blocks over.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's the same collection, except now they have way more stuff at the new museum.
That was
And it's awesome.
Yeah, that was amazing.
I haven't been to the one in Spain. Well, we haven't been to Spain, so
Well, you got to have a bucket list.
I
No,
know.
I was just gonna say yet.
It's not, yeah, yet. We have to go to Samoa first. We have plans to go to Samoa in November, as long as we can get there.
We do. We have plans for November.
Not this November.
We don't.
I mean, I'm sorry, 2022.
Some point sooner rather than later,
Yeah.
hopefully.
And then we're gonna go to Iceland with a couple of our friends as soon as we can.
I have a client that said Iceland was amazing. So beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a friend. Oh, you know her, Callie. She's the one that makes the belt buckles.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Her and her husband, they've got, this was maybe 4 or 5 years ago, back before, I guess now Iceland's expensive again, but they were selling there. You could get round trip tickets from Salt Lake City to Iceland for $250.
Wow.
So they just took a trip to Iceland. And so I was telling my other friends about this a couple of months ago. I was like, hey, we should just go to Iceland for a little retreat getaway, because you can get tickets for $250. That's what I remember being told. And I went to look, and like tickets were $1,300. Maybe
Well-
after everyone watched the movie with George Clooney, then they were like, oh, we're going to charge more.
Yeah.
What was the movie called that we just watched, Dave? It was a pretty good movie.
That wasn't. It wasn't.
I thought that was in Iceland. Oh, was it in Greenland?
I don't know.
Did anyone watch that movie? I thought it was pretty good.
What is it?
It's a new movie. It's
I'll look it up.
George Clooney, and they're like the last people on Earth.
Wow.
Shoot, it's on Netflix, I think. It was a
I
pretty good
assumed
movie.
it was on space. I assumed it was a space movie.
Oh, Midnight Sky.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's a pretty
Yes,
good movie.
it did have to do with space.
It does have to do with
Oh,
space.
okay. Okay.
It's a pretty good movie.
Well, that's good. I'll watch it.
E.T. Look, guess what's gonna happen here? You can get some chin hair. What else, Adrian? Anything else?
For what? To do on your drawing?
I
or
don't
you
know.
to
Just
talk?
whatever. Also, when we got back to Hannibal, our pipes were frozen in the gallery.
But
Yeah.
nothing bad.
Nothing exploded, but
Good.
At the last minute, I was like, I'm gonna just turn the pipes off just in case. It is February. And then like for the 2 weeks we were gone, it was like -15 the whole time.
yeah, it's been -15 here, but nothing like in Minnesota. Who's up in Minnesota?
Jen is.
Jen?
And Darren is too, I think.
Oh, that's right. Darren and Jen are both in Minnesota.
Yeah, it was nice and chilly.
Are you getting a heat wave yet?
A heat wave of 18.
Hey, 18 is beautiful right now.
We got 37 today.
Yeah, we did hit 37 today.
Yeah, we're supposed to have 40 early next week.
Oh, nice.
Woo-wee.
Well, maybe that's not good. Is it good? I mean, I'm sure it's great, but
You mean as far as like what it
like
should
a
be?
quick thaw, that might not be good. Well, I guess for most of it will stay icy, snowy.
Wait, yeah. What time of the year do you guys start thawing out?
Usually March.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's about on time.
Yeah, I think the average now is almost 30. I'd have to look it up, but
Oof.
average high.
I don't know how you guys do it.
You get used to it.
Yeah, I guess so.
It kills all the bugs.
It
Yeah,
sure
that's
does.
a good thing. Damn these
Yeah,
bugs.
that's what I was thinking about while we were gone. Maybe the fleas won't be so bad this year.
Wait, we noticed. I kept seeing that this year is apparently the 17-year cicadas.
I'm sure.
I swear we were talking about the 17-year cicadas at the drinking draws earlier in 2020. You don't
Maybe
know about that?
every year there are 17 years.
No, that's not possible.
When do you guys start renting out your Airbnb place?
So I just have to do some licensing things. And I think I can probably just fill it out online as I'm thinking I should be able to get it listed by next week.
It's so adorable up there.
Maybe if all goes well anyway.
Oh, the B&B in the gallery, not the one in the
Yeah.
house next door. Yeah,
Upstairs.
yeah,
Yeah, but there will be a disclaimer if you're tall.
yeah. If you're tall, you could
That
hit your
does-
head.
The ceilings come down pretty quickly. But you know, if you're running around downtown all day and you just need a place to sleep and heat up some food and
Oh yeah, we have our grocery store here. It's called County Market. Is that a Missouri thing only?
it might be Midwest.
Yeah, I think it is Midwestern, but that's a bizarre place to go. None of the employees are wearing masks. Nobody wears masks in there. It's kind of weird. I don't know why I was thinking that, but
Yeah, you went from the Airbnb right to the county market.
oh, because I was thinking like, yeah, you can come to Hannibal because
Oh,
there's
the
not a
bars are open.
there's not a pandemic in Hannibal.
Apparently it whipped right through after we left. Everybody we've talked to has
Yeah.
told us their stories about when they got it. Like really right after we left for Christmas.
Hmm.
But apparently you can get it several times, so
Yeah. That's the guy at Lowe's. Remember the kid I told you about?
yeah.
He said after when he went in, the doctor had said that now they're just saying you're probably good for 30 days.
Oh, is that it?
That's what
were
they told
saying
him.
90.
I know, but that's what they told him. But then he said, but then I had someone else tell me it was 90 and blah, blah.
Maybe he should listen to the doctor over someone else. Huh. Yeah, Shirley, when the girls got it, were they supposed to be good for like 90 or 100 days or something? Do you remember?
Yeah, they were told for 90 days, and then Soraya tested positive again after 103 days.
So she did end up getting it that time. When
I beg your pardon?
she did end up getting it a few weeks ago then?
She tested positive, but then 1 week later she tested negative. So I don't know. She couldn't play basketball that day because she tested positive. But that was 103 days after she actually was really sick with it.
That's so
And-
weird. Did she have to quarantine?
She had to quarantine from the day they tested her until the day they tested her again 1 week later. Yes.
Wow.
Did anybody else in the house get it?
Nope.
Huh.
And Jeremy's never had it yet.
Nope.
Let's knock on something.
Yeah.
Probably the carrier. He's like patient 1, patient 0. I mean,
Wow, that's crazy.
Ollie, are you guys is Seattle still like on total lockdown?
yeah, they're starting to open stuff up. Like I drove by a spin, like a place where people go like spinning, like spin class.
Uh-huh.
And you could see them like wiping stuff down and getting ready for the next class. So
Huh.
they clearly have like, gyms and stuff are open, but most people they have a lot of restaurants that are open, but it's a lot more just like outdoor seating. Like I think they can have indoor seating up to 25% capacity.
Oh, yeah.
But I think most people are kind of just still doing like the outdoor
Yeah.
Yeah,
patio style thing.
that was the nice thing about Florida. Is that,
Everywhere you could eat everywhere is outdoors. Yeah.
and then if you go at 4 o'clock, you won't find a crowd.
Yep. You know when the best time to go eat in Palm or like in some of the older communities in Florida, either it's probably like about 8 p.m. or at 4 p.m.
Mm.
Because they call it a night.
Like me,
Yeah,
I
like
belong in
Adrian.
the older community.
Yeah. Adrian
It's-
belongs in the retirement community.
It's still pretty closed down here, I would say.
Yeah.
And even if places are open, I would say like in Seattle, people aren't really trying to go places.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Although I went to Costco today and it was slammed. So, that's
Yeah.
the Costco crowd still going strong.
Or
Costco will always be slammed no matter what is happening. Even if it was the zombie apocalypse, zombies would still be shopping at Costco.
Totally. That's where I'd go if I were a zombie.
I know.
the only time I found that when I go to Costco, if I go when people are being picked up from school, like right at 3:15, I can usually get in and out pretty quick.
in Utah.
Tip for next time. That could be anywhere though.
Yeah.
So it's 9. Do you want to?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Wow, that was going quick. I'm gonna keep going.
Well,
But yeah, we can do the. I was just getting into it. Yeah.
You want to show what?
What time is it? It's 9.
Yeah.
All right, we're at the top of the second hour. So yeah, let's see where everyone's at. I'm gonna stick around for another hour and keep drawing. But yeah, we'll do the official. You guys know the spiel. Let's check them out. Let's see where y'all are at. And then we'll do.
Well, that's good, Ollie.
Yeah.
I like that you did his little blue eyes.
Yeah, I think the blue eyes make the difference because he's got these.
He's cute.
Yeah.
Good job.
Now I'm gonna say AET's cute.
He is.
I've got beer goggles on now.
That's intense.
Wow, Kelly.
Nice.
Good job. What's
Yeah.
the thing on the bottom?
Yeah,
there?
what is the circle thing there?
Show the
What was-
bottom.
What was the little circle there? And
It's
the,
Fortnite.
oh.
Fortnite coins or something.
I should don't have that, Shirley.
Oh yeah, okay, I see. Yeah.
No, I'm a starving realtor.
I love it.
Yep.
It was great.
Yep.
Good job.
Good job.
Can they still
Oh.
hear us?
Susan.
Nice, Susan.
Can they still hear us?
Wow.
Yeah.
Little phone, and what's up in his top hat?
What is up
On
in
the
that?
phone.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh yes. I
Yeah,
see now.
awesome.
Yes.
Like a selfie stick.
Yeah. I thought it was a GoPro at first.
It's
He's
good.
listening to podcasts.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, very.
Your crown, you shadow.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah, the putting it right. Yeah, the shadow on the ground. That's so helpful.
Mhm.
Yeah, moves them out. Awesome. Fantastic.
Sorry, I don't mean.
Linger.
Oh, that was great.
Wow.
I like that expression. He's like.
Yeah, he's
yeah.
he's kind of he's slightly honored that that Wally looks like him.
Cute.
Yeah. That one does have a hint of cuteness in it, Chelsea.
Thanks.
You're on.
Oh, that's me.
If
I still
you
look.
want to say
I
bye,
still look the same.
because I think some people
Yeah,
will
I
leave.
will say bye to those of you that are gonna leave for now. Thank you for joining us. I'm gonna stick around. I'm gonna go to the restroom, grab another drink, and I'm gonna keep drawing. So if you want to stick around and draw, then yeah, that's just fine. Please don't tell anybody about my dance. Just kidding. No, thanks everybody. Have a good weekend. We're gonna be right back here next Saturday because I wanted to make sure I got 2 in for February. We're gonna draw Howard the Duck. We'll see how that goes. Here's an assignment. I'm never gonna give assignments, but go watch Howard the Duck this week.
Oh man.
That is such a bizarre movie. And then after you're done watching that, watch Time Bandits because that is a fantastic movie.
I'm Bandits.
Time
Thank you,
Bandits.
Josh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Great
Bye,
to
everybody.
see you. Good night and good luck. Unmuted?
Yep.
Well, I guess, Chelsea, I guess it's just us and me.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
I know. Yeah, Adrian just said, oh, everyone's, was down to like 2 or 3. I guess I'm going to just hit some highlights on this and then, I mean, yeah, you have your thing going on. You know what you're doing.
Yeah, I was just sitting here trying to think of what to do with the rest of
I
environment, and I can't think of
I'm
anything.
at such a lot. Like I'm so like I don't know. I'm definitely off this week.
The only thing I could think of is the cute. He's got that Care Bear belly.
He
So
does
like
have a
that
Care Bear
rainbow
belly.
on the can.
You want me to put a rainbow in
No,
there?
I
I'll
don't
do
want
it.
you to, but
I
I
can-
kept just thinking.
I can't remember what's the
hey,
Care Bear belly look
it
like. They have the
has a
rainbow.
rainbow on the
I'll
Care
do
Bear
that.
belly.
I'll drop a rainbow in there. Yeah, I really felt like I had nowhere else to go with it. I'm sure I could, but I have no. I really don't have any creative juices going, and I don't.
I
know
was
why.
going really good with creative juices for the past 2 weeks, and then I got like tendonitis in my thumb,
Oh
and
shoot!
so I couldn't draw for several days, and then like all of it just left
I
me.
tell people all the time, like, because I haven't drawn for a week, or almost a week and a half, but that makes a huge difference. If you don't create for like a week or 2 weeks, like it really is, it's detrimental, I think,
Yeah, it can be.
because I've hit a wall. Like I knew, even this morning, I was like, what am I gonna do with ET? And even though we did it, I don't feel like there's a whole lot going on in here. But so I'm gonna drop in some highlights, and then I'm gonna do this rainbow thing. Can you, Adrian? Will you Google
The Care Bears?
Care Bear? Yeah.
Yeah.
how's that?
Where did you get your tendonitis in your wrist?
Your thumb.
In my thumb,
Oh.
so right in the muscly part of the thumb.
So does it just ache?
It's like a sharp pain, and I can't really grip things very well.
Okay.
I usually just have like pain in my wrist, but this time it was like the whole muscle of my thumb was swollen and tender and sore, and I couldn't really use it very well.
Have you had it before in your thumb?
I think maybe like to a lesser extent, and I just thought it was more in my wrist because it was happening in my wrist as well.
Yeah.
But this was like the first time that it was like really, really bad.
And where is it from? Like drawing? Do you think, or?
Well, it could be like the combination of drawing and video games
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
And my mom just got diagnosed with thumb arthritis, so she
Oh,
has like no
geez.
cartilage in her thumb.
So is it It could be hereditary.
I could be. I mean, she's an artist too, so she could have just something in our bones wear
Right.
down.
What kind of art does your mom do?
She does like a lot of acrylic paintings.
Oh, cool.
Birds and sometimes people, just naturey stuff.
Yeah.
Has she always been an artist? Is she-
Yeah.
Her living, does she make her living as an artist while you're there?
Ish. She's it's like a quick turnaround thing. She does them fast so she can have a little extra cash. And I think the most she's only ever sold a painting for was like $30, something like that. So
But mostly for fun, and then
yeah, she has a few people around that just collect what she does. So
that's awesome.
yeah, it keeps her busy and she enjoys doing it. So
Good
I
for her.
have one picture in here that she did.
Let's see it. Will you highlight that? Hey? Oh wow. Oh nice. Yeah, is it a fox or a wolf? I can't.
It's a fox.
Yeah,
Some
awesome.
grapes and like some
Yeah.
stained glass or something, huh?
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. And she just does it on paper?
This is a piece of loose canvas.
Okay.
I think I actually gave this to her. It came from my work, I think. Because I'll have random pieces of canvas that we print on.
Right.
But yeah.
That's cool. That's funny.
I recently gave her a drawing tablet and she's been really loving learning how to use that.
Oh, really? Like a Huion or something?
Yeah, I can't remember the brand name because I got it from a friend of mine who was done using it, and so I got it for wicked cheap.
Do you do any of that? Digital drawing or digital art?
Does she?
Do you?
Do I? Yeah. If you look at my Instagram, I'm rotating between learning how to do digital art and regular ink art.
Yeah.
So I'm not as comfortable with it. And I think that's just because of the feel of the materials, I guess, is a little
Yeah.
bit different. But
Are you using I can't get into it. It's just I'm too stubborn in my where I'm at. But are you drawing like, do you have one of the really expensive ones where you can see right at where you're drawing, or do you have to, are you drawing on something and looking up? You know what I mean?
so I have an iPad as the one that I use the most.
And so whatever you're drawing, when you're drawing, you're like using a stylus on it.
I'm using Apple Pencil, and it looks like a regular pencil.
But it
And-
shows up right underneath where you're.
It shows up right underneath. Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, there's no disconnect between the screen and the because
Right.
I'm drawing on the screen.
Yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't get into digital drawing until I got an iPad because
Yeah.
the iPad pencil is just very much like a regular pencil. Like you can
Yeah.
turn it on its side and it shades
Yeah, that's
and
awesome.
that kind of stuff. So
Does it?
and then
if you're doing the iPad one, does it have a? Is it? Can you do pressure based drawing with it?
Yep.
Or you can.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I
awesome.
use Procreate, and you can change your brushes, do pressure based. You can fix the tilt on it. You can make it accustomed to the weight of your hand, that kind of thing.
Oh,
So
that's cool.
yeah.
Yeah,
And I
my-
wouldn't have never gotten as far as I have with it if it wasn't for that particular combo of items.
Yeah.
So you said you were going from
Back and forth.
digital to like inks, or vice versa?
I'm switching back and forth. I'm rotating what I'm doing.
Okay. Yeah, you're
So
right.
like I'll work on an ink drawing and then I'll switch over to playing around with digital, and then I'll work on an ink drawing and I'll switch to digital.
I see. Yeah, I'm looking at your Instagram now. These are awesome. The
Thank
And
you.
the
black
Artstrader
girl
account.
and the dragon
Yeah.
with the little fish and the thing. These are all really
Oh
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
The other problem is that there's just so many different brushes that you can choose from, and
Yeah, I get
So
flustered.
yeah, trying to find a consistency, because by the time I go back to it, I'm like, what did I use to do
Yeah.
that? How did I do that?
And what program did you say you use?
Procreate.
And that's only on the iPad though, right?
I think maybe, yeah, that's only on the iPad.
Yeah, because my son's looking for a good, he used to use pencil, but I think that, I don't know what happened to that. Anyway, he's looking for one for the laptop. Because I don't know why he's against doing it on an iPad.
He's
but-
so good on the iPad though. It's crazy.
Well, I don't know, but we'll have to show him this app. Maybe he'll be more interested. In
What does he draw on? What app does
Well,
he
right
draw
now
on?
there isn't one because the
Oh.
one he did draw on, like, disappeared.
Oh, that's the one I've seen him draw on, and like he operates so quickly. It's like blows my mind.
It was called Pencil.
Was that what my mom had given us for Christmas? That pencil? I haven't even opened mine.
No, just the app happened to be called that.
Hmm. Yeah, I have one of those pen. My mom gave me one of those
Yeah.
pen style. What do you call it? Is it a stylus or is it just a pencil?
It's a stylus.
Yeah, but it operates like it's just like a pencil or a pen.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom gave me one of those for Christmas like a year and a half.
Oh,
2 years
Procreate's
ago.
only $10? Or
Yeah.
Is that
do
monthly?
they charge you?
No, it's a one-time fee,
Oh wow.
and they're constantly updating it and fixing it and improving it without extra cost. That's the other
that's cool.
awesome side to Procreate.
Yeah, I'll have to share that with him.
Yeah, because I've started moving away from Photoshop and those just because they're monthly, and I don't think it's
Yeah.
really worth it for
There's
that.
some heavy duty app, like well, at least for the computer, there's like 50 different plugins. Like
Well-
takes up my whole computer.
I mean, yeah, it depends. mean, I use it daily, so I mean, it's.
I mean, I use Adobe at work, but so I use that daily,
Yeah.
and it is the industry standard, so it is helpful. But for my PC, I've switched over to Affinity because it was a
Oh.
cheaper program.
Yeah. What you guys go? You guys use a Mac at your work?
I don't. I use a PC. I
Oh,
use
you
a
do?
laptop. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We have a Mac, but it's like the special child in the corner that we just let it do its own thing.
I edited my when I in college I used a PC. I edited a feature film on Sony Vegas. Is Sony Vegas still around?
They have a version. I think I actually bought the most recent version like a couple years ago of Sony's. It's not called Vegas anymore.
Yeah, I edited a feature.
Called something else.
Movie on Vegas.
But I
Vegas,
first started
love
learning
Vegas.
video editing on Vegas Video. So
Yeah. Now, and what their gold standard was Pinnacle, right? Or is that still around?
I'm not sure actually.
Yeah, Pinnacle used to be a really great editing.
I think the Premiere Pro is the Adobe version.
Premiere. Yeah, Adobe.
And then there's DaVinci, which is a good free version. DaVinci Studio. I had that for a little bit.
And nowadays, I mean, you can edit a whole movie on an iPhone.
You can, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. That I use Splice just when I want to just quickly put things together. It's like such a great. I mean, I have Final Cut Pro on all of my Macs because that's what after college, that's what I edited most of our features on. But yeah, just the shit you can edit on an iPhone is just crazy. Yeah, that's right. Adobe Premiere is an awesome program. I haven't used it forever, but I remember that's what I edited my second feature length film on was Adobe.
I started a little bit kind of dabbling in it this past year because while we were shut down, I got to stay at home, and so I had to find stuff to do. So I started making videos for the shop that I work at, and we have the full suite. So I started diving into the Premiere.
Oh, it's so fun. Adobe After Effects is a fantastic program. You can pretty much do anything with that.
It's so complex. I haven't really.
Yeah.
That's
Maybe.
intimidating. After
Yeah,
Effects is intimidating.
it's super intimidating.
I think I'm gonna add a spaceship in the back.
I wanted to. Yeah, I had this I remember this morning when I woke up, I had this plan where I was going to do a moon and on the bike and and then when we sat down, I was just like, oh, I'm over it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to hit it with some highlights, which is kind of a bummer that felt so over because we're in a new space and it feels good here, right?
It does.
Yeah, it feels so good like in here. And
It's a nice space.
Thank you.
yeah, thanks. It feels so nice to
should
have
thank-
my own
We
place.
should thank COVID, actually.
That's right. Without COVID, I would have been working too much to even have time to.
We just still been 4 years out,
Yeah.
at least.
It's true. That's definitely the silver lining. Yeah, I wanted to do a chord or something. I'm over it. I'm gonna hit it with some highlights though. But I love this. This thing's great. I have this thing for like just old boxes and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this is an old toolbox, and I've had it forever. It's just I used to keep all my bolts and screws and nuts in there, and Adrian was like, "You should use that as your pen, like your thing holder." Let's
Art
pull.
caddy.
Yeah, art caddy, and it's so great. Like I've always just kept everything in these little bags.
Yeah.
I keep my colored pencils in one bag, then my pens that are colored in one bag, these and it was such a pain in the ass to get in them. And now they're all just right there. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about that.
I've just gone with the jar.
I've done the jar before.
Yeah.
The thing I hate about the jar, especially for like colored pencils,
Mhm.
is once they're sharpened down so low, it's impossible to
That's
reach
true.
out.
I have a jar caddy on the wall, and I have to remember not to put short things in it because
Yeah.
I can't take the jar down very easily to get anything
Yeah,
out.
you can't get them out of there.
They just live there.
All right, I'm gonna hit this some highlights. Little side caddy, that's right. That's the word I was looking for. Why do you draw an ETA?
Well, I was making sure I didn't miss anybody who was trying to say.
Oh. Were you making sure to record or something?
No. Making sure not to record.
Is there anything else you want me to add in there, Adrian, before I start? Hitting it with light? You ready for bed?
Oh, no, I'll go ahead and go. But no, I can't actually think of any.
Oh, I was gonna do the rainbow. Did you go with?
No, they didn't look very good.
No?
They had different things, but it wasn't.
But
they were pretty basic.
something should be in his belly, right?
It's up to you.
What I know, but can I put him here? Anything?
I have nothing.
Did you guys get hit with those storms up there in Vermont, Chelsea?
I think we didn't, because I expect this kind of weather.
Yeah.
But we only got hit with like half an inch, and it ended up being ice on top, which to me is normal. But I guess because so many people are moving up here that aren't used to it, it seemed like a storm. But
Right.
it definitely was nasty to drive in if you were out in it, but
Or
pretty normal for
well,
what I think.
what I was telling my mom was that if we had been in Salt Lake, it would have been fine. Like they have so many trucks to
Yeah.
solve and deal with all of the weather. But I guess just the further south you go, the less they have, and they're just running those trucks.
I think the less they know how to deal with it, because I've been down in the south during like an inch slush storm before, and their trucks are bigger than the trucks that we have up here.
Yeah.
And they were everywhere, and I think they just don't know how to deal with it because it happens so rarely.
Right. Yeah, I didn't.
They just don't have enough of them either. Like they don't
Yeah.
I think we only saw one truck, maybe two salting. Well, we were driving home that time, but it just felt like we didn't have enough equipment.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, they just that's all of it. Save $1 when you can.
My Facebook reminded me today that 5 years ago we had a thaw. So I turned on Facebook and it showed me the photos that I had posted of warm weather today 5 years ago. And I was like, well, it's 30 degrees out right now. So
I do have to admit, I really like that feature of Facebook, that the memories feature, because you go, like you see what like 7 years ago, here's what this was happening. I'm always like that.
I'm always surprised. I'm like, there's no way that was 7 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
No way. It's even freakier for me because I never lived in a place for more than 3 years growing up. So every year I live in this house, and then Facebook reminds me, I'm like, oh God. Oh, I've been here for that long.
Yeah, I'm shocked at how long we've been out here in Hannibal. It just seems like a few years ago, but time's just flying
Almost
by.
8 years now we lived here. or had this place. Which would,
You guys go back and forth seasonally mostly, or
yeah.
because you have that? Yeah.
Mostly we kind of spend the holidays out in Utah, but then we try to spend a month in summer, at least a month
In Utah.
in Utah, yeah, in the summer, but the rest of the time we're pretty much out here.
But when we're out here, we're mostly traveling.
Yeah, we used to be
Yeah,
anyway.
other than this year. But yeah, when we're here, it's because we're usually going back and forth between Minnesota, Michigan,
Down south.
Texas, Florida. Yeah. So we're here, but we're kind of not. It's home base, I guess.
I traveled a lot when I was a really little kid with my family,
Yeah.
and I didn't do it I didn't do it on my own until like my mid 20s to late 20s. And when I finally did it on my own, I was like, I hate this.
Yeah.
Like, why isn't teleportation a thing yet?
It's called an airplane, huh?
No.
Yeah.
I hate traveling.
Yeah, but then you got to rent a car, and it feels weird
I
being
hate
in
it.
other people's
And then you have
cars.
to go through security and
Yeah.
I hate air travel.
Yeah, I do wonder how our kids will be growing up, if they're just gonna be over it because they've done it all
Hmm.
and just wanna, cause right now they don't even wanna leave the house.
No, yeah. Our kids have done so much. Our kids have been to 46 or 47 of the 50 states. And they hate traveling. But maybe they'll end up doing like real travel, like going to Egypt and is like going everywhere.
Yeah. See, I've never done any of that. I've always only just been in the US. So I would bear the brunt of having to get from A to B to do that at some point.
That's how when we did our first European travel trip, I fell in love with it because we had already traveled the United States twice in 300. And I mean, we've traveled this whole country probably
Except for where you are, we
10
haven't been
times.
north
Yeah,
of-
we don't spend a whole lot of time
we've
up in the
not
East
been
Coast.
north of-
There's not a lot up here, so I'm not
I
surprised.
think there is. I'd love to go up there.
Maine is the hot spot for most people, unless you like to ski, in which case Vermont is the place to come, I guess. But yeah, not a lot of people even know Vermont's a state, so there's not a lot up here.
Yeah, I mean, that's the farthest we've really spent regular time is in Baltimore. Up that,
New York City.
well, New York, yeah, New York and Baltimore. But I mean, spent time, not just passed through.
Right.
That is on the agenda, right?
Well, if you make it to Vermont when COVID's not a thing,
I know.
let me know.
Oh, when is that going to happen?
I don't know.
Like, it depends on the news day. Like, one news cycle, they're like, yeah, things are looking great. And there's all this good news. And then, like, the next time, there's like, oh, everyone's confused. And I don't know. It's such a nightmare.
Yeah. I think we're still at least a couple years out before it's really kind of calmed down. Well, you got to get the population mostly vaccinated first, and that's going to take all year to do here.
Well, not
so.
only that, like, already 1 in 5 people are planning on not getting vaccinated. So,
Yeah, and that's the other factor.
what the hell? Hopefully, it'll just end up kind of just being like the flu, though. I mean, where enough people have been vaccinated and there's been enough people kind of recovered from, well, who knows, shit.
What you mean in a way that people aren't worried about it anymore?
No, in the way that, like, we never got a flu vaccination. This is the first time we ever got a vaccination for the flu this year.
Yeah, that's the same with me. I never got one until this year.
Yeah, this was our first year ever doing it. And so what I'm saying is maybe the virus kind of weakens out you know, after everyone's been vaccinated or been infected, and then it kind of weakens out to where it doesn't kill you.
Yeah. Eventually.
What was that name of that movie we watched last night, Adrian?
It was called The Map of All the Things or something.
Oh yeah, Map of Tiny Little Things. Well, that was pretty good, huh?
Mhm.
What a difference the highlight makes, huh?
Yeah, it's awesome.
You know, I still got to post the other two drinking draws. I hope my computer is not completely blasted.
I know.
He said it'll be about three to 5 business days. So that means probably not till late next week.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're pretty much at next week anyway.
I know, but they got it on Friday, so 3 to 5 business days. So that means Monday, Tuesday. I mean, that could be.
Right.
I haven't had my my main PC for at least 2 months now because it motherboard or something died on it. I'm not quite sure, but we haven't been able to take it because it died just before the holiday. And the guy at the computer shop was taking a vacation, and then because he was taking a vacation, he had to wait 14 days before going after. So it's been like a month, and I think we're probably safe to take it down now, but we just haven't. So
Yeah, I can't. I mean, I can do some things from my phone or my iPad, but not enough.
well, luckily I got a laptop for Christmas, I think, to kind of make up for the computer not being running. But now I just have a large computer, and I also have a tablet screen for that computer that are just sitting around.
Oh, that's awesome. And some of these. This.
I don't know. Whatever you feel like.
We'll put some shadow here, a couple of tiny little things, and then we'll be good. Didn't get too creative with this.
Well, maybe your idea of creative is different. I feel like it was pretty creative.
No, I mean, I just didn't really add anything to it.
That's okay.
I know. But I really was gonna try to drop in the moon and like have him up in the bike, you know?
Mm.
You know, that moon
Yeah,
silhouette.
that's always good though.
Yeah. I wanted to do like this plug thing. I feel like he could be holding something there. There were opportunities to do something, and I just didn't. But yeah, I see what I know what you mean. I mean, there were opportunities to do a little more, and I just didn't. Because
I always have him holding him over something like a vat of acid or something.
oh yeah.
I love Wally, so it hurts me to say that, but
It was Wally when Wally came, it was one of the first cartoons that like that. What do you call it? Like that kind of cartoon that I remember watching because that was right at our kids when our kids were watching.
Right when we started watching.
Right
it.
when we had to start
Yeah.
watching cartoons,
Uh,
I loved it. It was so good.
it's like my favorite out of those
Such a good
films.
movie. Everything about it is fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And then every movie, and then it was like nonstop cartoons
Mhm.
because our kids were starting to hit the age where they could only watch cartoons. But I do love Wally. I just feel like he was a ripoff of number 5 and E.T. Not a ripoff, but I just looked so similar.
Yeah.
Just like in the movie we watched last night, Adrian. This is not Wally's story. This is E.T.'s story. And Chelsea's twisted mind of dropping him into.
I'm sorry,
Oh.
Wally.
No, maybe it's just a cleaner.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, Wally is very gross. So
Yeah, he's all rusted. You know what it is? Here, I'll fix it. There.
there you go.
Yeah, he's just cleaning off the rust. He's not killing him. He's just taking care of the rust. So I don't know why it's bubbling. All right, I'm like dropping some shadows on this. You all right, Abe?
Yeah, okay. Why? What's up?
Oh, I don't know.
Just hanging.
Should we go down to? Just kidding. Rumors.
Go down to the drag show with Susan.
Susan. She's always at the drag shows. She's an art teacher. Right? Yeah.
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 Uh-huh.
I'm just happy that people were able to show up today.
I know. That was good.
It was a little last minute, but and I didn't even wasn't able other than just going online tonight. I wasn't really able to. No, I you know what? To be honest, I kind of like just the core group that's there. When it's a newer,
Uh-huh.
it's kind of like stresses me out. What are we going to do tomorrow?
Relax.
Yeah? I'll be up for that. I think I could go for
Isn't
some.
that what we do on Sundays?
It
We're
is.
not working.
It is. Maybe we can come out and hang some art on the wall or something in the gallery. Yeah, it's weird being without the printer or the computer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't do any work. I have so many orders that are like, I just have so many orders that are waiting, and I've emailed pretty much everyone that has orders in, but I still feel awful about it.
And that's just more for you to do later, too.
Yeah, I hate when
Imagine.
it bunches up, and then I've got to take care of it all at one moment. I hate that. And not only that, I don't even know if the guy's going to be able to fix the printer or my computer. So I have that stress of like, well, there's $8,500 that I've got to just.
Jeez. I was eyeballing. I've been eyeballing scanners because I think I cracked my scanner.
What scanner do you have?
I have like this Epson printer. Was it an XP 400? And I like the scanner on it. I don't need the printer because I work at a
Yeah.
print shop.
Yeah.
But I really like the scanner on it, and I've always really liked Epson scanners because they do a really good job. But
Yeah.
I think the last time I scanned a full sheet of paper, I'm pretty sure there were some like scratch marks, and I think it's either on the like bottom side of the glass or on the eye itself. I'm not quite sure.
You know, on those Epsons, they have that side. I don't know what they call it. It's just a little strip off to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, one sec.
He went to get a beer mid-sentence.
That's fine.
I can't remember what they call it, but it's right off to the side of the scanner. Like the actual surface that's scanned, it's off to the side of it.
Mm-hmm.
That has to be you have to keep that super clean. I think what it is it's like the initial view, like what it does is it like reads that to see distance and color or brightness or something. And if there's any specks or any cuts on any of that, it'll read those.
Do you want to show her my phone? I just plugged them.
Yeah, mine's so dirty. I just noticed that.
It's
Yeah,
funny
not-
though, because I can scan little things, and on my previews I don't see anything. But on the last scan I did, there were like a random scratch mark in 2 different spots.
Yeah, mine's a bad example. Can you see this?
Yeah, I can. I don't even think I have that on mine.
Oh. Yeah. So yeah, most Epsons will have even just and they're not always this big. Sometimes it's just a little square, but
Yeah, no, I don't have that on mine.
it's just a strip here.
What do? You just slide it?
Well, no, so that needs to be.
Does yours have a top feeder?
Yes.
That would be why. Okay. Mine
Wow.
doesn't have a top feeder. So that, because that's on my printers at work. So that that helps with reading the top feeder.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, you can get a streak of grit
Grit
or whatever there that you have to kind of scrape off or
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, Epson scanners seriously are the best. And not even just like for price wise, but just all around.
I found one for like $100 and I almost bought it, but all the reviews said that it had connectivity issues, even with it being like plugged straight into your computer, that it would just like drop the signal on it.
I get them all the time. I get them all the time with mine.
Really?
And it drives me nuts, and I can never figure out what it is, like why it won't. I mean, it's hooked up to the USB. I can't figure out like why.
Right in the
there's-
middle of a scan?
And always right when I'm getting ready to scan it,
Oh.
it'll say connection error. Not always, but whenever I'm having issues, that's what it is. It'll say like
Yeah.
connection error, and what I have to do is unplug it and then replug it in like twice or something. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but it's still just a pain in the ass.
Yeah. I think the one that I was looking at also had didn't really have, had a hit issue with the drivers or people being able to get it to communicate with the computer itself. So I gotta have to maybe spend a little bit more money or.
Well,
Yeah,
I
a
know
little bit
they've
more
come
research.
down. This one go. I mean, I don't even know what it goes up to. Like, I think you can scan it like 6,400 DPI, but I mean, who the hell is doing that and for what
Yeah.
reason?
Maybe
But
if you have like a 1/2 inch photo, you want it to blow up really, really big.
I guess. But I mean, I think I mean, I bought this one a few years ago. It was probably 300, but I think they have those now, like that are probably like 100, maybe $130.
Yeah.
It's crazy how cheap things are nowadays. Like that,
Yeah.
something like that would have been $4,000 back when I was in college.
We bought a TV last year. I think it was last year. And it's like a 70-inch TV.
Yeah,
And back when I was in college, that would have been like 4 or 5 grand, and it was like $700. So we were like,
yeah.
that's nothing compared to what it used to be.
We just first finally got one of our first 70 inches. Yeah, it was like $1,200. But yeah, they used to be $7,500.
Yeah.
400.
Oh no, you know what? It was
Not expensive.
it was $785 on because it was a Christmas sale at Best Buy.
Oh, nice.
I didn't feel like it was even that
It
much.
was that much. Yeah.
We couldn't find a TV stand for ours. Like we bought ours just on a whim, and we couldn't find a TV stand anywhere locally to get it. So I had to like sit on the floor. Not yeah, I mean not for 70-inch TVs, but
You attach it to your wall.
we don't really want to hang it on the wall. We like to move things around a lot. So
So what did you do?
I ended up finding one on Amazon, and it just kind of sat on the floor with some like a table flipped upside down in front of it so the animals wouldn't knock it over.
So they don't sell them with the stands?
Well, no. It's
Well,
on top of
like for it to sit on the
Oh.
floor, yeah, that
Oh.
kind of stand.
Oh yeah. I mean, back in the day, the big hot item to buy was entertainment, what do you call it? Entertainment stands.
Yeah.
Entertainment
Stand.
centers,
Yeah, entertainment centers, yeah.
where you could just pop your square TV right in the center.
Yeah, and then
had the
also
stereo and
yeah, and then your stereo, and then like your DVDs and the speakers too.
and the bottom shelf be your leftover VHSs.
Yeah. Yep. No, those are all useless now. Now you get
I
a
actually, many years ago, I had a bunch of VHSs, and since I didn't use them anymore, I actually made a little Wally stand out of it.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it fell apart because I only used hot glue, but it was really cool.
I have a bunch of VHS still. Oh no, I don't. Right, Adrian? We threw
We
those
have
away.
some. Not a bunch. We have some.
When we got married, Adrian talked me into throwing out all.
That is just not.
That's not true. But I did throw them all out, and then
When we moved into the house that we're in now, you had them.
I know. But remember, so I still have the files, but I used to write movie reviews for all the I had people used to come to my house to rent VHS from me because I had everything. I had every borrow, yeah, but I would say rent, but they'd come borrow them, and I had this a book that I wrote movie reviews on all of them, and I still have all those files because I still have the book too. It's in this green 3-hole punch file, and yeah, it's all reviews. I gotta break that out someday. But yeah, you would. So if you came to my house, you could look at my DVD or my VHS collection, and then if you wanted to get something, you could read because I had obscure title stuff in there. Like I had a lot of obscure stuff because I was way into independent movies But yeah, I had tons of VHS, and then when we first got married, we moved into a house, and we just didn't have room for any of it. I filled 2 huge garbage, the garbage cans that the big garbage trucks come and pick up and dump in, like the 2 huge ones, full of VHS.
Did you have like a separate room or a library or like a
I had a
dungeon filled with them?
I had a room that I called my office, and it was a bedroom, but it was a full closet, and that's where we kept all of them. Do we have any VHS left? Oh, we do, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, I got Gleaming the Cube on VHS. Well, what do you think? Is that good?
Yeah, looks great. WD-40, huh?
Yeah, because I started feeling bad after Chelsea said she really loved.
I mean, it was my idea. So.
Yeah. But then I started feeling bad, like oh, maybe we shouldn't kill him because I started it off saying that ET was pissed at him, but so maybe he's just dropping him in for a deep clean. But I'm gonna stay a little sinister and. Put a bow in there from the last victim.
I mean, I'm sure something melts in WD-40.
Chelsea, are you a Fifth Element fan?
I love The Fifth Element. I was obsessed with that movie for a
Great.
while when I was a kid.
Fantastic movie.
That was where my Mila Jovovich love came from.
Did you watch that Monster Hunter?
I haven't seen it, no.
Have you seen the previews for it?
I think I've seen little bits and pieces of the previews for it.
It's probably kind of shitty, but I definitely am gonna watch it.
Yeah. I probably won't rent it or anything. I'll probably wait until it comes out on something that I have, but
Yeah, Fifth Element is full of everything that's great. Fantastic
it is.
making. Gary Oldman is everyone's on their best. Chris Tucker's fantastic. Even Bruce Willis is decent. Yeah, pretty fantastic movie. I just watched that 2 nights ago.
I think I have a sketch somewhere in my old sketchbooks of the metal alien creatures at the very beginning.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the ones that
They
have.
bring it to the temple.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I often say this line, and I mean, probably 6 times in a month, I say, "Aziz, light."
Poor Aziz.
All right, sign this. Aziz, light. Adrian, do you want anything? Do you want to add anything to this? Do you want to draw on it?
Great. I just wanted to draw it.
Should we give him some hair on his knuckles?
I just added a top hat and a spaceship with an eyeball.
Oh yeah, let's see. Can we see what you ended up with? Because I do want to see it.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Oh, I love it. I love the spaceship. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Are they getting ready to go somewhere, or who came on the spaceship?
No, no. I
Yeah.
don't know, but I feel like he's really tight in there because that eyeball's filling up the gap. So
Yeah, awesome. Oh, I like the little top hat with the flower. Sunflower? No, what do you call that?
just a flower.
Awesome.
It's cute.
It
I
is,
don't know if Wally's like, get the fuck off my planet, or
yeah, that's what's great about it. It's either there's an agreement between the two, or
Maybe
there's a
sometimes-
dispute between the two.
No, because he could be like, "Oh, it's time to go."
Or he is saying, listen, I just came from your planet, and here, you need to call your mom. She's worried about you.
yeah.
Well,
Looks great.
yeah, it does look great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for always joining.
No problem.
It's nice to just hang out and draw with people. I like drawing with you. I like you. I mean, you have your own style, and you're really good at it. I don't know. I
Been
like it.
trying to use Bic pens and not use my It's different. It's interesting switching from having to do hashtag cross hatching to
Yeah.
trying to shade with these things, and I haven't quite got it. But
What have you? So when you're doing more pressure stuff with the ballpoint.
yeah, but only for these things. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't. I may be a little bit at work because I have them at work, but yeah, it's interesting.
It's such a different feel. It's bizarre. Yeah, that's how I feel when I'm trying to work with the finer pens or even with Sharpie. People always ask me to do stuff with Sharpie. Do you ever do anything with Sharpie?
I fill in large areas of color with Sharpie. That's about it.
Does the Sharpie ink, is it the same black pigment as what, like, of those of the pen of the what are those pens what are they called?
The drafting pens that I
Yeah.
use, yeah, it's pretty close. It's a darker, deeper tone than you get with a ballpoint.
Yeah, that's the downside with ballpoint. Like, if I want to fill in, if I use a Sharpie, it won't. I mean, that black sticks out like a sore. It looks awful.
I really like these like stiffer brush pens. That most of the brush pens you find are really really loose, and I have a hard time because they're not stiff. But I have these Tombos, which have a stiffer tip to them, and I really like those for filling in smaller areas.
It's called a Tombow.
Yeah.
Let me look at mine real quick before we log off here. I want to see what I have. I don't use them enough. I always buy them when I'm at the stores because I want to own everything.
Yeah. No.
I love art stores. Where are my pens at? I just want to see if I'm. Oh, here's the Prismacolor. But it's like a little brush at the tip, right?
Yeah, but like a lot of the ones that you find are like an actual like a looser brush end.
Like this?
Yeah, I haven't tried that. Yeah, I'd have to see the tip. Yeah, see that probably has more give than mine does.
So
Like,
yours is stiffer.
mine is stiffer, so I can't even like really move it with my finger because it's much stiffer.
But
So,
it's
but
still,
you-
it's still a brush tip.
But it's still a brush pen, so when you put it down on paper, you can still do between thick and thin lines, but you have more
Right.
control because it's stiffer.
This thing feels kind of stiff.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, I don't use them that much, but I do like it. I would use it more often, but it is such a different black than
Yeah.
the ballpoint. Like it like when light hits it, it's a dull. It doesn't have a gleam that shine.
Yeah.
It looks very bizarre. So these are what you use mostly, right? Like brush.
I use. Let me grab my bag.
Or do
So I
you-
use my Tombow brush pen, and then I use I'm not really brand specific right now. I have microns, just like the 0.1s,
Oh,
0.2s.
yeah, microns. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
are those? They're like fine line because I have like this box of. Show this. Adrian.
Yeah, they're fine liners.
Is that like so? I have this box of these Prismas. Is it the similar?
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same kind of tip.
And are
They're just different
between the
sizes.
different brands are the blacks pretty much the same?
It seems pretty consistent. I'm not sure I have another brand right now, but I used Stedler's a lot before, and for some reason I switched over to Micron. No really
Can you
big
see?
reason, but I haven't really noticed the difference with the color. It's been pretty consistent.
Can you show me those? I like to.
I don't have any Stedlers anymore. And then I have these zebra ones as well, which I don't use as much,
Oh,
but they're
yeah.
also a good backup.
Just show these, Adrian, on mine. I bought these. I love them actually. I was just playing around with them. I don't even know what they are.
Huh.
But these ones are really
Yeah,
what do you say?
loose. Yeah.
It's a sign pin. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what brand it is.
Yeah, I think I gave my mom all the Staedtlers I have. I have one more box I can check.
Pentel sign pen, made in Japan. I don't know. I really like these ones. They're fun, but they really are. Yeah, you can get really tiny with those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't get enough control with the fine tip brush ones.
You need them to be stiffer.
I need them to be stiffer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have just enough of a shake in my hand that it's not
Yeah.
good.
Oh yeah, I know that feeling. I had bought these Artisas. They're way loose, but they were kind of fun to play around with.
Those are fun. I had those for a while. For adding watercolor pens.
Yeah.
Brushes, yeah.
With some colors.
I never really used them a lot, but they were fun when I did.
I haven't either. I had bought like a whole set of like 100 of them or something, and
Oh, yeah.
I rarely use them. But every once in a while, when I do use them, I'm like, it's kind of exciting. It's fun to just put a tiny bit of color in. Like they fill in really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's good to change it up and play with other materials.
Yeah.
That's why I had to, last year I gave up buying art supplies because I was just doing it too much and I had too much going on.
I love buying
Yeah.
art supplies. It's the best thing.
Yeah.
All right, Chelsea. Well, thanks for joining again, and hopefully we'll see you next Saturday. I know it's like back-to-back thing, but
Yeah, I mean, I don't have plans, so I'll probably be
we're
here.
going Howard the Duck. All
Okay, have a
right.
good night.
Yeah, you too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed yourself. If you'd like to see some more draw along videos or learn tips on drawing other things or watch some of my time-lapse videos of my drawings, make sure you hit the subscribe button. That way you'll never miss any one of my upcoming videos. I upload as often as I possibly can. Try to stay with me. Cheers.